sponsors are more than just our sponsors. You are our partners. And this is the inspiration behind changing our name of this forum to be called Partners Forum. As a business unit, we're committed to delivering more than just a cool sport to sponsor for you. For us, it's about delivering real value that makes sense for brands and delivers on that return on investment while you build the nation. And it doesn't hurt that you're associated to the coolest sport in the world either.
Every year it's a massive privilege for us to be invited to the Partner Forum from Cricket South Africa. It's always a special moment because it almost feels like a family gathering, to be perfectly honest. The season is kicking off quite soon and it's a busy season as always, but it's beautiful to have all the partners in one room sharing thoughts, hearing from Cricket South Africa in terms of their strategic plans and objectives for the next season as well. And then I suppose for all of us to just align our thoughts and our actions as a collective achieve the objectives that we set out to achieve. We as Momentum are involved at every level of the sport. We're involved in development cricket, we're involved in school cricket, in club cricket, in domestic cricket and international cricket. And to see the structures that Cricket South Africa have put in place to ensure that the sport is healthy, to ensure that the talent is being found and nurtured, is really something to behold as a governing body. So for us as Momentum to sponsor and to partner with Cricket South Africa is something that's really special for us.
It started off quietly, and then me, being the reserved person I am, actually came to the front and I had a very good fun time with everybody. Interacting with all the speakers, interacting with the new development in Cricket SA. We as KIMAC donated equipment, rollers specifically to Cricket SA, for the development of cricket pitches in the rural areas, the underdeveloped areas, previous disadvantaged areas. And we as KIMAC is not necessarily looking for return on investment. We're doing it for the right thing for our social development, economic development. And like most of the partners here, does not look back to say what sort of TV exposure we get, what sort of exposure we get at stadiums, but more we want to see the stats of players develop. If you take one of the examples, Fort Hare, 2 years ago, average score for about 175 to 180 runs per game. Suddenly that improved to 300. Now these guys can make hundreds and so on. And I would like to say that's part of our equipment that we put out there.
It's been an absolutely phenomenal 2 days. I'm a newcomer in cricket. And the last 2 days, what it's done for me is I've learned so much about cricket, the business of cricket. And I think my key takeaway really is that there's such an amazing future with Cricket South Africa. The guys have got solid plans on the grounds for us to take the game to the next level. And I think from a sponsorship perspective, what it really does is giving them the confidence of knowing that we're going to get return on investment on the investment that we do. And at the same time, we're really going to be satisfying our fans in giving them the greatest game ever.
Well, the past 2 days have been very valuable, very insightful, lots of conversations, and something that I think sets the tone for the coming season. It's always good to have more insight into Cricket South Africa's plans, because they allow us to plan accordingly so that we have complementary campaigns instead of conflicting campaigns. But it's also an advantage to spend 2 days with our co-partners, members of the cricket family who are not necessarily in the sponsorship space, to learn from them and to explore opportunities for collaboration. Very valuable, I think, and there's a lot that you take out. I think a few partnerships or collaborations would have been started because of these 2 days.
The event has been extremely well hosted. It's been a very enjoyable 2 days. Covered some very important topics, both in terms of the game of cricket as well as where cricket needs to go in the next 3 to 5 years. Key agenda item obviously being the change that CSA is going through, and we're seeing that in all parts of the market at the moment. There's a lot of change happening, so I think CSA are definitely on the right track. In terms of the partnership between New Balance and Cricket South Africa, I think there remains a very strong synergy between investment into the game itself. New Balance as a global sporting brand wants to make a contribution to the game, and we feel that Cricket South Africa are excellent partners in that regard, because a lot of the principles that are driving these changes align with our value system very tightly. The hosting has been excellent. I mean, the venue's been very, very enjoyable, very African, has definitely got a strong African flavour. Had breakfast with some vivid monkeys this morning, which was very interesting. A lot of highlights throughout the last 2 days, and yeah, looking forward to executing on all the plans that have been discussed.
I think what's critical about the message that I think everyone is here for, and what people are looking for, is collaboration. And I think for me, this particular conference came naturally because as marketers, it gets to a point where everybody starts to feel, know and understand what needs to be done, but probably can't just put their finger on it. And when people gather, they're just looking for that affirmation, and my job was really to kind of give an affirmation of what was already in many people's minds, is how do we collaborate, how do we use cricket as a platform to change a country. It's not really about, you know, the little things that we get sidetracked on. You know, it's always about the politics behind the sport, which is fine. It's things that we've got to deal with. But, you know, for the caliber of people in this room, the amount of brain power that sits in this room, that is so incredibly important for sport in general, but cricket in particular in this instance, it's really inspiring to, you know, see that change is a theme that's real and that people have taken on, and that change is understood as not being, you know, a structural change only within a company, but it's a structural change that is, you know, at a macro level also very significant. But that when you get the structure right, when you get the people right, when everyone is in the right place at the right time, doing the right things and are consistent, we are then able to tackle the big national challenge. So truly honored to be here. Very exciting for my shirt, and yeah, I'm a patriot.
When we speak about people buying into a transformed South Africa that is relevant to society, we've mentioned the number of programs that we're doing internally, but more importantly that those programs now get support from our commercial partners that truly are looking at Cricket South Africa and saying, but what is it about sport that can change society? What is it about cricket in particular? And therefore we are giving them the nuts and bolts and platforms, like the hubs, like Fort Hare University, like the many scholarships that we have to many schools. And we are also providing opportunities where we are saying that our commercial partners can contribute knowingly that they're not supporting a white elephant. What we're busy with is about a fundamental thing of creating opportunity, building capacity, and creating a future for all of us where we can say it is a better life for all.
I would like to thank all of you for your continuous support of Cricket South Africa. Without you, many of these accolades that we keep on achieving from a day-to-day basis would not be possible. It would not be possible for us to take these future Proteas from a very early age in their lives to turning them into the Proteas that they are today, all the way from the KFC Mini Cricket, the Standard Bank RPC and Hubs Weeks, and into our franchise system as well as the national teams. It is because of you that we are able to achieve all of these things as Cricket South Africa, and for that I thank you.